Okay, this is ceremony 5.2, the wedding of Jett and Roshani. My name is Tara Kilgis. All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Before we begin, I'm going to remind you all to place your devices on silent for the duration of our ceremony today. The lavatories are located just to my right, should you need them. Also, Jett and Roshani have hired a photographer today, so they would ask you to kindly refrain from taking photographs during their ceremony. Thank you. We'll begin in a moment. Dum dum da dum dum da dum 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 da dum dum da dum. Right. Good morning. My name is Tara, and I'm a registered marriage celebrant in Australia. It's lovely to be here with you today on such a happy occasion. I'd like to thank you all for coming and extend a very special welcome to those who have traveled from India to share this special day. Let's begin. All right, this is where we would have the giving away. Roshani and her father Hank stand at the front, and I ask who gives this woman to be married today, and Hank responds with an enthusiastic "I do." They have a hug, and then Hank returns to his seat in the front row. Roshani, Vidisha Norman, and Jett Michael Roberts, today you make a lifelong commitment to each other. Some might say that it was fate that brought you together. Others that it was mere good luck or pure chance. With your permission, I will now share some of your story, and we will let your loved ones assembled here today decide this for themselves. It wasn't long ago that two Australians found themselves in the same place at the same time on the distant shores of beautiful India. Both had flown to Delhi from Brisbane via Singapore. One was traveling for business, and the other was in search of a family that she had lost long ago. Delhi, for those who haven't traveled there before, is a vast city with 16 million inhabitants. The chances of Jett and Roshani crossing paths in a city like this are next to impossible. And yet that is exactly what happened. Of all the restaurants in this massive city, these two beautiful young individuals ended up in the same small street-side cafe. Jett tells me he couldn't help but notice the beautiful Indian woman ordering her lunch with an Australian accent. He thought it was only polite to introduce himself and inquire about where this woman had grown up and what she was doing in Delhi. Over the next hour, the seeds of friendship were sown between these two, and as you all know, it didn't take long for their friendship to blossom into something very unique and special. And here we are today at a ceremony to unite these two people who found each other through a series of remarkable coincidences. Coincidences that even those who balk at the notion of fate would be hard-pressed to attribute to anything less than the face of good fortune smiling down upon Jett and Roshani. We will now have a reading that holds great meaning for these two. Amanda, please come forward now to read Our Souls Are Mirrors by Rupi Kaur. Now we imagine Amanda, she's reading.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda. What a beautiful reading. All right, now for a very serious portion of the ceremony, where I remind the couple today what they are doing is legal in nature and binding for the future. I am duly authorized by law to solemnize marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. And now, we will say the vows. Roshani, please place your ring onto Jett's finger now and repeat after me. I'm going to stand to the side for this portion. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Roshani Vidushi Norman,
to witness that I, Roshani Vidushi Norman,
take thee, Jett Michael Roberts,
take thee, Jett Michael Roberts,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
And I'll just stand to this side. Jett, please place your ring onto Roshani's finger now and repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Jett Michael Roberts,
to witness that I, Jett Michael Roberts,
take thee, Roshani Vidushi Norman,
take thee, Roshani Vidushi Norman,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife. Tears of joy.
With these rings, as a symbol of your enduring love for each other, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Jett and Roshani, the time has come to seal your commitment to each other with a kiss.
Woohoo, yay!
Okay, everyone.
Huzzah!
The bride and groom, along with the witnesses, will now step aside to sign the official marriage documents. Please stay seated, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, come on over, guys. All right, Jett, you're up first. Now, Jett, you need to sign here. Yep. And here. And here. And Roshani, you're next, my dear. You need to sign here. And here. And here. Wonderful. And Anushri, you're next. You need to sign here. And here, please. Wonderful. And here. All right, and Sean, you'll need to sign here. And here. And finally here. Thank you. And now I'll sign the documents. All right, you guys, let's go stand back up at the front. Just a few quick announcements before we finish our ceremony today. Jett and Roshani would like me to let you know that immediately following the service, they're going to have a professional photograph taken with their families. You might like to have a wander through the botanical gardens. The Brisbane Botanic Gardens are truly worth a look. The reception begins at 5 p.m. at the Novotel Grand Ballroom, and you'll find the address for the Novotel and the directions on the reverse of your program today. It's been my absolute pleasure getting to know you both over the past few weeks. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for letting me be a part of your unique love story and wish you all the best in your future together. And now, it's with great pleasure that I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Jett and Roshani Roberts. Woo!